She was trying to put him in school.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to put him in school. Are you laughing now?
Mm-hmm. Hey, we did it for a while. Oh, sorry, Rhonda. That's what it. Hi, Kevin. Wake up. Pearls of Wisdom, Easily Distracted, Jamie Forgety, Patty Goodfleisch, Jade Quinn, Tammy McTee, Carol Boyce Elma, Nana Patty. Oh, baby. She almost fell off my lap. Say hi. Hey, hi, everybody. Look at this tiny thing. It's that baby. Hi. Did I say hi, wake up?
Yeah.
Oh. Everyone's just coming in. Just waiting for Carolyn to go live. Hi, Mona KW, Rosalita Marie, QB, Tracy B, Susan DeFeo, Dina Elizabeth, Alicia Biso. Does somebody want to come and let me try putting you in like the back room just so I can test it? Because I didn't do that yesterday. See, look how she loves to get on shoulders, guys. That's adorable. She probably does. Yeah, she probably loves boobs too. He said.
Hi, Alma.
Oh, there's some broccoli. Cat's been gone, eaten by a hawk. And here's Scooter showing it off. Baby, what you looking at? What? No playing Patty Cake if you call in. Are you doing post MRB too? No, just pre. Hi, Susie B. Hi, Muka. Gail B. Regina Zidka. She's the most needy kitten you've ever had, really? This one is so darn loving. Just can't help loving little Garnet. I can't hear you. You're cutting out on my end. Oh, really? What the heck? Hi, Nora Woods. Look at how cute. Look at the kitty they stole. I'm trying to behave. Hi, Justin. We kept waiting for you to talk last night. You didn't turn your microphone on.
Look at this cutie.
I'm going to see if, I can do it where there'll be like a back room, okay? Supposedly. Copy to clipboard. Copied. Because Sleeping Beauty said there is a back room. Hi, Henny. What did the vet say? That she seems pretty feisty and she's about 4 to 5 weeks old. You can hear me crystal clear now? Okay. I don't know why my internet here, it's good internet, but yet it goes out. It's like on a router and it stops for a second and comes back. It's just really weird. Hi, Shannon Marie. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Post a comment. Now, so you're going to help me with, okay, seeing if there's a way to screen people. Because Sleeping Beauty said you can do that. But they have a back room. Oh, you just, okay. Oh, if somebody could grab that. Hi, Davita, you're doing dishes. I'm getting really annoyed with my new computer. I can't watch your live stream on my computer, and I'm able to watch it on my phone right now. Somebody call in, please, so I can try to test this out, see if there's a back room or not. Get a Nighthawk router. It helped my internet from dropping tremendously. Really, Jamie? Because we've had this router, I think, for actually quite a while, probably. Not the router. I mean, the router is the big thing that we have from Comcast, right? That's the modem. The router's that one that has those lights and it's constantly.
I think so.
Yeah. We got that at Best Buy. Hi, REA. Hello, Courtney Telemontes. I don't speak Spanish, but Alma does, my boo right there. She's my boo and she can speak to you. Two guests. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's see here. Patty. It's Nana Patty. But see, I don't see a back. Oh, okay. So they have to, we just tell them to turn their camera on, right? I think that must be what Sleeping Beauty. Okay. Yes, there we go. Okay, add to stream. Okay. Tammy, can you turn your camera on for 1 second? And then you can shut it off. Tammy. Because I don't want to.
You have to add her first.
Huh?
You have to add her first.
What do you mean?
You have to add her to the stream.
No, I don't want to add her until I see it's her. Tammy. That's not her. That's not Tammy. Tammy. That's not Tammy. Tammy. That's not Tammy. I'm nervous that that's not her. She's not. Okay, see, add to stream, mute, edit name, kick from studio. Tammy.
We can't hear her because she's not up on the stream.
It's gotta be. I'm scared to. What if they're faking this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tammy. Could you see her, Nana Patty? Nana Patty?
I'm not seeing her in the chat. I was fixing to send a message to ask her if that's her calling in.
Nana Patty? Oh, she's.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
You're muted. You're muted.
From her internet.
Yes, briefly, you're going in and out.
I was going to send Tammy a message
internet.
and see if that's her trying to get in.
Yes. Nobody's backstage right now. Okay. Okay. Good idea.
So, did that backstage option thing work?
Mine's messing up tonight too.
Did the backstage option work?
Well, yeah, because what it is you know how when you come up, there's a little like picture or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm.
Oh, she left.
Yeah, if I'm sure it's you, then I can put add to stream. If I'm not sure, kick kick from stream.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm freezing for some reason. Wake up. I don't know why.
Yeah, you keep freezing on me.
Yeah, I don't know why. This, like they said, can somebody drop the link again? Yes, but Tammy, I couldn't see you. Is that her though, Nana Patty?
Well, it says that's her. Yeah. It says, can somebody drop the link again? Tammy, you're going to have to show
It
your
is her.
face, though, for a minute, just so Scooter knows it's you.
Okay. Lexi's posting it. Having trouble connecting.
Oh, boy.
Please check your how, really? Come on. I think it went through.
Nope.
No?
I don't see it yet.
Sorry, guys. It's keeps going out. What in the heck? Let me shut the internet off and just go with the 4G.
Yeah, because you're home, right?
She here? Tammy?
She was.
Yeah, I added her.
And it was like she came on and then went away.
Yeah. Am I frozen again? Let me get on YouTube and see.
No, you're not.
Come on back, Tammy. Now I know it's you, and I put you in here. I don't know why it kicked you out. Okay, honey. Hi, how are you? Wendy, hi. I'm Majorison 27. Wendy's saying hi to you.
Hi, Wendy.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, sort of.
Yeah, I see that. I can
I feel
understand.
real out of it. Huh?
I can understand that. You're trying to
Yeah, I feel
protect
real out of
yourself.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lexi, did you see that picture when that girl called in?
Uh-uh.
Oh, my.
You want to see? I've got a screenshot. Want to
Sure.
see? Forgety sent it to me. And I sent it to Bonnie today.
She made me a little jealous. I told Gordon after I lose all this weight, I might need to have some surgery.
What the heck?
What?
I told Gordon after I lose all this weight, I might have to have some surgery.
It was a video somebody was playing. Look at my face. I was trying to get it off. my
Scooter's face
God.
was like,
Oh gosh.
Look at Garnet.
Garnet, what are you doing, baby? You saying hi, everybody?
"Hi, Garnet.
Mhm.
Too cute."
Mhm. Oh my
Aw.
goodness.
Were you able to get some foot treatment
Evan.
for him?
Tammy, I don't know, guys. I'm having problems getting in. Evidently, I'm in the background and I don't know how to get out of the background. Help. Yeah, you're not in here right now, Tammy, because it'll light up. It'll show when you're here.
Try again.
Come on, Tammy. And where is Mimi?
Oh,
QB, are you?
Mimi.
Mimi. QB.
Garnet does need her own Instagram.
Hi, Adventures with Beth.
Look.
She looks so cute. Start taking monthly photos. Yeah, we probably should, huh?
Yeah.
Won't be long before she looks grown up.
Yeah.
Doesn't take them long. Oh, do you guys
No.
want a story to memorize? Not to memorize, but you know what I mean. You guys want a story? And we'll ask you questions afterwards.
Is it a scary story?
No. Oh, you
Okay.
want a scary one?
Yeah.
I don't really have any. Okay, drop
Okay.
the link. She's doing it again.
Who, Tammy?
Lexi's dropping the link.
Oh, okay. I tried to highlight the link so I could paste it in there, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't get it
wonder
to
why.
copy. I don't know. Maybe because I was trying from my phone. I don't know.
Okay. You want to hand me that magazine over there? I think it's the one on top.
This
Hi,
one?
Christy Love. No, right, I think it was the newest one from there. Let me check real quick. Hold on. Okay, here she is. This thing keeps freezing. Tammy, add to.
No?
Wait, I muted her. I didn't mean to. Oh, Tammy, I muted you, and I don't know if that. It just then you were gone. I didn't boot you. Just watch for her, okay? Can you put that back in? Hi, Sean Sneed.
Can nobody see me?
There's
We got to
Tammy.
keep an eye out for Carolyn.
Huh?
We have to keep an eye out for when Carolyn comes on.
Okay.
I added her.
You got her?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lexi. Jeez.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Tammy.
I was really starting to think Scooter didn't like me there for a moment.
Is Davita still here?
Davita, are you still here?
Because there was something
Evidently,
about the Flint's. Huh?
did you boot her out too?
I couldn't hear you, Tammy. And I
Did
did clean my.
Did Scooter boot her out of the chat too?
I don't think so. Hi, Kathy from Texas. Hi, Sean
Hi,
Sneed.
Kathy from Texas. Hi, hi, hi. Kathy from
Wendy.
Texas.
Wendy, yes, I'm trying to lose a whole bunch of weight. I need to lose weight for my health.
But you're doing great by your numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw my rheumatologist today. She was really happy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's happy with the
That's
9 pounds, and
wonderful.
she's happy with my plan to keep going, and so yeah, she was
Wow.
pleased.
That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe you and Shelly and you guys will get me where I start to really do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Basically, Wendy, my big thing is I've cut out carbs, I've cut out breads, glutens, and dairy. And
Who's
I'm
here
fixing
now?
to cut out meat.
Meat? You're going to cut out meat?
Yep. I'm gonna
Sorry.
try doing mainly just vegetables and some fruit. Do a plant-based diet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's pray it works.
Oh, it will. You know it will, right?
Oh, I know it'll work. I just pray that it'll work for me, that I won't go crazy, like wanting meat or something like that. I just hope I don't crave
Yeah.
meat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been a meat eater.
Me too. I love it.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't love me.
I wish I knew if Sandy was in here or listening, because I wanted to do the crock pot cookbook. It's an article about it when it
Yeah.
started. Yeah. And I thought she might get a kick out of it.
I know, Wendy, I can't have much fruit. You're going to read from the crock pot cooking book?
Well, it's a magazine
Oh, okay.
about when the crock pot came out, and I'll ask you guys questions.
Hi, Sean.
Exciting. Exciting stuff, right, guys?
Yeah. Woo! I
Okay,
voted.
now listen up
Darn it.
until.
Where'd Tammy go?
Yeah, Tammy, where are you, girl?
Her and I are probably kicked out.
Wonder why. Yeah, my internet must be kicking you out, Tammy.
Hmm.
Justin, you should try calling in like you did last night. Hear your voice this time. Alicia, it's going to be easy. Yeah, hi, Judy with an I, my friend. Crockpot cooking sure can be scary stories. True, true. Okay, here we go. Remember, guys? Some of you won't though, like Alma probably. She's too young. Remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
I do.
Do ya? If you see
Oh,
any
yeah.
scary stories in there, Lex, go ahead and bring them here. Because I guess that's what they're wanting. Alicia, you're darn lucky you said that, Scooter. Wendy's talking to ya, Nana Patty. Oh, wait, is Caroline on? No. Oh, my gosh.
Wendy, I'm already practicing intermittent fasting. So I just haven't gotten to the where I can do it for that long. Are you looking for a scary story, Scooter?
Lexi is, but I'm going to read about the crock pot just so that you guys can get a few questions. She's going to find something, though.
Okay.
Okay. What a crock. Slow cooked meals were an early form of convenience food. Now remember, you're going to get questions.
What were you doing?
She has Grimm's fairy tales, guys. I don't know if you want that or not. I think they
Sure.
like. Oh, QB says trivia. Alma, because that's from the 30s. Read in your accent. Read in your accent. Could you find like a short one?
Sure. If there are any short ones.
Oh, wait, this one sounds good.
It's short.
Yeah, it's short. Okay, well, forget about the crock pot right now. The Seven Ravens. And it looks creepy. It is from the complete Grimm's fairy tales. But
It
it's,
has all the classics.
yeah, all the classics. But it's short. This story is short. Okay.
Are we getting questions too? Or just a story?
This will be just a story.
Okay. All right.
You want to get a chair and sit? No. The Seven Ravens. There was once a man who had 7 sons, and still he had no daughter, however much he wished for one. At length, his wife again gave him hope for a child, and when it came into the world, it was a girl. The joy was great, but the child was sickly and small, and had to be privately baptized on account of its weakness. They call it it. The father sent one of the boys in haste to the spring to fetch water for the baptism. The other 6 went with him, and as each of them wanted to be first to fill it, the jug fell into the well. There they stood and did not know what to do, and none of them dared to go home. As they still did not return, the father grew impatient and said, They have certainly forgotten it for some game, the wicked boys. He became afraid that the girl would have to die without being baptized, and in his anger cried, I wish the boys were all turned into ravens. Hardly was the word spoken before he heard a whirring of wings over his head in the air, looked up, and saw 7 coal-black ravens flying away. The parents could not recall the curse, and however sad they were at the loss of their 7 sons, they still, to some extent, comforted themselves with their dear little daughter, who soon grew strong and every day became more beautiful. For a long time, she did not know that she had had brothers. For her parents, ow, cat, for her parents, she loves climbing up legs. For her parents were careful not to mention them before her. But one day, she accidentally heard some people saying of herself that the girl was certainly beautiful, but that in reality, she was to blame for the misfortune which had befallen her 7 brothers. Then she was much troubled and went to her father and mother and asked if it was true that she had had 7 brothers and what had become of them. The parents now dared to keep the secret no longer, but said that what had befallen her brothers was the will of heaven. Oh, baby, why is she shaking? Relax. Maybe she was just scared because I yelled, I think. Um, see, where was I? The will of heaven, and that her birth had only been the innocent cause. But the maiden laid it to heart daily and thought she must deliver her brothers. She had no rest or peace until she set out secretly and went forth into the wide world to trace out her brothers and set them free, let it cost what it might. She took nothing with her but a little ring belonging to her parents as a keepsake, a loaf of bread against hunger, a little pitcher of water against thirst, and a little chair as a provision against weariness. And now she went continually onwards, far, far to the very end of the world. Then she came to the sun, but it was too hot and terrible and devoured little children. Hastily she ran away and ran to the moon, but it was far too cold and also awful and malicious. And when it saw the child, it said, I smell the flesh of men. On this she ran swiftly away and came to the stars, which were kind and good to her, and each of them sat on its own particular little chair. But the morning star arose and gave her the drumstick of a chicken and said, If thou hast not that drumstick, thou canst not open the glass mountain, and in the glass mountain are thy brothers. The maiden took the drumstick, wrapped it carefully in a cloth, and went onwards until she came to the glass mountain. The door was shut, and she thought she could take out the drumstick, but when she undid the cloth, it was empty, and she had lost the good star's present. What was she now to do? She wished to rescue her brothers, and had no key to the glass mountain. The good sister took a knife, cut off one of her little fingers, put it in the door, and succeeded in opening it. When she had gone inside, a little dwarf came to meet her, who said, My child, what are you looking for? I am looking for my brothers, the 7 ravens, she replied. The dwarf said, The Lord ravens are not at home, but if you will wait here until they come, but if you will wait here until they come, step in. Thereupon the little dwarf carried the raven's dinner in on 7 little plates and in 7 little glasses, and the little sister ate a morsel from each plate, and from each little glass she took a sip. But in the last little glass she dropped the ring which she had brought away with her. Suddenly she heard a whirring of wings and a rushing through the air, and then the little dwarf said, Now the Lord ravens are flying home. Then they came and wanted to eat and drink, and looked for their little plates and glasses. Then said one after the other, Who has eaten something from my plate? Who has drunk out of my little glass? It was a human mouth. And when the 7th came to the bottom of the glass, the ring rolled against his mouth. Then he looked at it and saw that it was a ring belonging to his father and mother, and said, God grant that our sister may be here and then we shall be free. When the maiden who was standing behind the door watching heard that wish, she came forth, and on this in form again, and they embraced and kissed each other and went joyfully home. The end. These Grimm's fairy tales are really odd, aren't they?
Yeah.
Scary. Oh yeah, not. Do we have any others? Regular, like scary things?
I have a Stephen King scary book.
But that's a huge book.
Fine.
Scary, not. Happy ending. Yes, Goosebumps. I always loved those, Sean. We had a whole bunch of those from my grandkids. I do too, Henny. I love scary movies. Lexi's looking to see.
My son used to read Goosebumps too.
Did he?
Yeah.
They're really cute, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I saw I had a notification, but it's not Miss Carolyn. Garnet pretended to be scared at least.
I don't know if these stories are appropriate for YouTube. Would you stop biting my foot? Ow.
Oh, do they have bad things in them? Are they
Yeah.
like short stories?
I found one that's 14 pages long.
What about the books, the magazines I would read on Carolyn's? Because I'm allowed to here because I'm not monetized or anything.
Well, magazines.
Yeah.
What magazines?
Remember the serial killer one
Yeah.
and the what? It's just cool to buy them from the book fair, LOL. Okay, I think we'll be getting a scary story or something about a serial killer.
Oh. You know, I didn't finish telling my freaky story the other night.
Oh, yeah, tell us. Yes.
Well, not really freaky, just weird. You know,
Yeah.
when my sister was going through the dying process, that one day, the one day that she died, I was sitting out on her front porch, and this white butterfly came up, and it came really close to me. And I've never seen a white butterfly in my life, ever. And so it came really close to my face, and then it backed off and it flew off, and then it came back with another white butterfly. So there were two white butterflies there. And I thought, is that my mom and dad telling me that they're here to take my sister? I just,
Oh,
that thought just crossed my mind. I was like, could that be two people, two butterflies together? Could that be somehow my parents telling me they're here? It was so strange
Could
and
be.
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That very well could be, you know?
Yeah. Kind of gave me a little more peace.
How's your other sister doing?
Not very good.
No.
She's hanging in there, but she came over Sunday for dinner and she just looked really pale and she's still having chest pains and still not doing great. I thought she was she said she was a little bit better. Her strength was a little better, but just not a lot.
Yeah. And Janice is the one that passed away, right? Or do I
No,
have the names?
Joan passed away.
Joan's the one that passed away.
Yeah,
Janice is your,
Joan. Janice is the
okay.
one I've been expecting to pass away for years because she keeps having all the heart attacks and now she's in
Yeah.
heart failure and kidney failure and has breast cancer and needs to have a mastectomy, but her heart's not stable enough. So I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I kind of have a feeling I know what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
anyway, I'm prepared for it as well as
That's
you
so
can prepare
sad.
for it. Hmm. As well as you
Hi,
can prepare
Daniel.
for it.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, other people believe in signs too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Who shall we go with? Well, we know a lot about Jeffrey Dahmer already. I remember you guys always liked the ones that were more current. I know Alma. Hi, Julie W. Alma hated the older ones. She always wanted like the more newer. Okay. Okay, this one is called, this guy is Jack Unterweger. Jack Unterweger entered prison as an uneducated murderer and emerged a celebrated author. The Toast of Vienna, he was feted and invited to openings and soirees, but his real interest was in murdering prostitutes. Are you still here, Alma Boo? He was born, my stupid internet, I don't know why it's like this. Maybe if I try to get a bit better signal. I did watch that Forgety, my friend Dahmer. Yeah, we watched that before. Dave and I. I liked it too, actually. Made me feel sorry for him, which was, oh, Alma's taking it. Now see, it showing my phone's got a great signal. Okay. Okay. He was born Johann Unterweger was genetically Berg, Austria. He never knew his father, nor did he know the man's identity. However, it was generally assumed then, as now, that that Unterweger's father was an American soldier. Abandoned at birth for his first 7 years, he was raised in extreme poverty by an alcoholic grandfather in a one-room cabin. Um, from an early age, hi Lisa H, right?
Lisa.
Yeah, yeah, it made me. Well, see, my grandson put another cord in here that goes to his gaming computer, and it's always been kind of messed up since then. It's like everything goes to his computer, even though he's not here. He's out of state still. Okay. Um, at From a very early age, he displayed a wild and unpredictable temper. At 16, he was arrested for the first time after having assaulted a woman. Tellingly, Unterweger's victim was a prostitute. Other crimes followed in quick succession. He was charged with stealing cars, burglary, and receiving stolen property. He was also accused of having forced a woman into prostitution and taking all the proceeds. On December 11th, 1974, he and a prostitute named Barbara Scholes robbed the home of an 18-year-old German prostitute named Margaret Schaefer. Afterwards, Schaefer was taken by car into the woods, where Unterweger tied and beat her. Then he removed her clothes and demanded sex. When she refused, he hit her with a steel pipe, and she was strangled with her own bra. He was quickly caught. In his subsequent confession, he tried to defend his actions by saying that it was his mother whom he'd envisaged beating, and not Margaret Schaefer. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder. Having received little in the way of schooling as a child, he entered incarceration as an illiterate. He found prison could provide him with an education. His progress was dramatic. He soon learned to read and write and developed an interest in the literary arts. In a short time, he was writing poetry, plays, and short stories, as well as editing the prison's literary magazine. In 1984, his first book, an autobiography entitled Purgatory, A Journey to the Penitentiary, was published to great acclaim and went on to become a bestseller. He was soon giving interviews and publishing essays and more books, very much the public person, despite being incarcerated. In 1988, his life story, or part of it at least, was played out on the silver screen when it was made into a feature film. He became a celebrity among those promoting the ideals holding prison as a place in which criminals can be reformed. On May 23rd, 1990, having served 15 years of his life sentence, he was granted parole. Thus, he began a new life involving opening nights, book launches, and exclusive receptions. Articulate, handsome, and stylish, he was in demand as both a talk show guest and a dinner guest. That is weird. His career as a writer seemed to go from one height to another. He was sought after as a journalist. His plays were being performed throughout Austria. Before long, as a journalist, he was covering a beat he knew well, murder. Much of his writing concerned a number of prostitutes who had recently been murdered. He put both his past and celebrity to good use, moving freely through the streets. In his writing and in television pieces, he berated the authorities for not having solved the crimes, asserting that there was a serial killer in Austria who was preying on prostitutes. The first of these prostitutes, Brunhild Masser, had last been seen alive on October 26, 1990, on the streets of Graz. Less than 6 weeks later, another prostitute, Heidemarie Hannerer, disappeared from Bergens near the border with Germany and Switzerland. Her body was discovered on New Year's Eve by two hikers. Upon inspection, it was apparent that she had been strangled with a pair of tights. Though she was fully clothed, it was after her death that she had been dressed. On January 5th, 1991, Masser's body was found outside Gans. Though badly decomposed, the corpse revealed that she too had been strangled with tights. On March 7th, another Austrian prostitute, Alfred Schrempp, disappeared. By this point, the authorities were becoming extremely concerned, since it is a legal occupation in Austria. Prostitution has fewer dangers than in many other Western nations. In an average year, the country would suffer no more than one murdered prostitute, and yet, in little more than 4 months, 2 prostitutes had been murdered and another had gone missing. Worries increased when Schremp's family received 2 phone calls in which they were threatened by an anonymous man. Though unlisted, their number was one that Schrempp carried on her person. On the 5th of October, hikers discovered Schremp's remains in the woods outside Graz. Within a month, another 4 prostitutes would disappear from the streets of Vienna. Looking at all the evidence, a team of investigators from Gans, Bergens, and Vienna concluded that the murders and disappearances were not the work of a serial killer, a finding with which Unterweger took issue. Another person who disagreed with the team's findings was August Schenner, a 70-year-old former investigator. Schenner had been involved in solving the 1974 murder of Margaret Schaefer, for which Unterweger had served his prison time. He noted that Schaefer had been strangled, as had another prostitute whom he had always suspected Unterweger of killing. And of course, all the recent murders of prostitutes had been committed by means of strangulation. Wait a minute. Nope, not her yet. Okay. When the bodies of 2 of the missing prostitutes surfaced, both strangled, the authorities became convinced that they did indeed have a serial killer on their hands and that he was most likely Jack Unterweger. The celebrity author was placed under surveillance for 3 days. On the 4th day, Unterweger flew off to LA, where he was to write an article on crime in the city for an Austrian magazine. In his absence, the Austrian Federal Police tracked their suspect's movements since his release from prison. They discovered that he had been in Graz on the dates when Brunhild Masser and Alfredi Schrempp had disappeared. Bergens when Heidemarie Hannerer had been murdered, and in Vienna when all 4 prostitutes had gone missing. They also learned that Unterweger had visited Prague in September 1990. A call to Czech authorities revealed that they had an unsolved murder of a young woman, Blanka Bakova, dating from that time. When found by the bank of the Waddup River, her body had a pair of gray stockings knotted around the neck. After he returned from LA, Unterweger was questioned by the Criminal Investigation Bureau. One of the officers already knew the suspect as he'd been interviewed by the celebrity author for one of the articles he'd written on the murders. Unterweger denied knowing any of the prostitutes, saying that his knowledge of their respective fates was limited to what he'd found through his work as a journalist. He was let go due to lack of evidence. Soon thereafter, he resumed his attacks in print for what he described as the mishandling of the case. In their hunt for evidence, the police discovered that Unterweger had sold the car he'd first bought after his release from prison. With the permission of the new owner, they went through the vehicle and discovered a hair fragment, which, through DNA testing, was shown to be that of Blanca Bakova. With the hair sample, investigators now had enough to obtain a search warrant for Unterweger's apartment. A call to the Los Angeles Police Department brought news that 3 prostitutes had been strangled during Unterweger's time in the city. When Austrian police moved in to arrest Unterweger, they discovered that he had left the city, ostensibly to holiday with Bianca Marak, his 18-year-old girlfriend. In reality, he was fleeing to avoid arrest. Unterweger managed to enter the United States by lying about his previous murder conviction. He settled with Marak in Miami, where he launched a campaign against the Austrian authorities. At the center of his fight was the accusation that the police were fabricating evidence in an attempt to frame him. Connections in the media were called upon in an effort to have his version of events published. On 27th of February 1992, Unterweger was arrested by United States Marshals after he picked up money that had been wired to him. They arrested him on the grounds that, in lying about his 1974 murder conviction, he had entered the country illegally. He fought deportation until he learned that California, the state in which he was suspected of murdering 3 prostitutes, had the death penalty. On May 28th, he was returned to Austria. There, Unterweger was subject to a law which permitted him to be charged for the murders he was accused of, committing both inside and outside of the country's borders, 11 in total. Awaiting trial, he gave interviews and wrote letters to the media in which he professed his innocence. He was convinced that the public was on his side. However, the tide had long since begun to turn. Even his former friends in the media doubted his innocence. Unterweger went on trial in June 1994 with the conviction that his popularity and charm would win over the jury. On June 29, 1994, Unterweger was found guilty of all but 2 charges of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. That evening, Unterweger used the string of his prison jumpsuit to hang himself. The knot he tied was the very same one he'd used on his victims. That's kind of creepy, right? Here's a
Yeah.
picture of him. In the media. Right here. Let's see. Can you see? I can't tell because of the cat.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see. There he is right there. Can you see him?
Yeah, is he the one in the suit? Is he the one wearing the suit?
Jamie.
This is Willie.
Isn't that cute though? How she loves to be on shoulders or backs or you want reminisce?
Was that the guy
Okay, we
wearing
got to
the
keep
suit?
watching for Carolyn. Can somebody check to make sure she's not on
I
in
just
case we
did. I
didn't get
didn't see it.
a notification? Huh?
She's not on yet.
Okay. Okay. My stupid internet again. What the heck? I'll I can't say what book. Oh man, I'm not going to say what book. You know why? You know why, right? There might be some haters and they might try to get me in trouble or something like that. Lisa. Okay, Wendy wants something from Reminisce, and I know I can read this because I spoke in an email to the company. Oh, I want that. I want to read that one about my mom was a stripper. Where did that story go?
Did you see what Lisa H said?
What? Oh, about
Lisa H said,
being on for 20 minutes?
yeah. That's her
Yeah.
stay on with Scooter.
Okay, let me find it. They do have a lot of good stories. This is where I read that pastry chef in the making and questioned you guys. Yeah, this one's called Breadwinners. Here she is right here as a teenager. This Shirley lady we're going to read about. It says, Mom was a stripper. At pennies an hour, a good attitude is a fringe benefit. Shirley, my mom, grew up in an agricultural area of Michigan. In the 1960s, our family was traveling to visit her parents when she pointed out the car window and said, Look, kids, that's where I used to strip. For one brief moment, I thought our ordinary family might be much more interesting than my adolescent imagination had ever dreamed. There were no pirates or bigamists or bank robbers in my family tree, nothing beyond a way back ancestor whose father may have been a fly by night traveling salesman. But a stripper? At last, this was gossip worthy of sharing with my friends. When almost all able bodied young men were overseas defending our country during World War II, farmers often hired young women as laborers to replace the workmen. Danielle, I don't want to hear, oh, this is old. Um, in Michigan, local apple orchards had to be thinned of small apples in a process called stripping. That was it. And though the reality was a bit anticlimactic, it showed Mom's flair for telling a funny story. In addition to stripping apple trees, Mom spent a summer hoeing a neighbor's cornfields. It was hot, boring, backbreaking work for which she and the other young laborers earned just a bit more than their age, 12.5 cents per hour. Sometimes, when the farmer was not around, the children held amateur talent shows or put on impromptu plays in the fields. One day, Mom turned her hoe upside down and pretended it was a microphone. As she belted out "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" in her best Judy Garland impersonation, she looked up to see her employer glaring at her in disapproval of this frivolous waste of his wages. Mom turned her hoe around and got back to work. Mom stayed home to raise us 5 kids, then went to work when we were all in school. She was a cashier at the local grocery store, referring to herself as the chubby checker. Mom always left an impression. Many years after she worked for the farmer, Mom's sister, a nurse, was caring for him. My aunt asked him if he remembered my mom. After a moment's thought, he remembered his 12.5 cent wage earner and gruffly replied, I overpaid your sister. I gained a new respect for the teenage version of my mom, who was willing to hoe a crabby, penny-pitching farmer's corn in the hot sun for meager wages and still felt like singing. Mom had a wonderful, sometimes risque sense of humor, and she didn't hold it back. I'm grateful that she passed it on to us. That's cute, isn't it?
That is
She
cute.
would do good on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Might be 80 or 81 years old today, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, true. Hi, Deborah. Let's see. Um, okay, jobs that begin with A. Our mom, Dee Drum Williams, was never without a job, or 2 or 3, in Norco, California in the 60s and 70s. Raising 4 kids while caring for numerous pets was already a full-time job, but Mom liked the extra income as well as the social interaction. Our dad, Al, was away most of the time as a Trans World Airlines captain. Who knows what airlines that was? Some of these might not know anything, may not know this, right, Anna Patty?
Yeah.
Do you know it?
No.
You don't?
No.
Really?
The story?
Trans World Airlines.
Yeah. TWA.
Yep. Justin's got it too. Hi, Jan. Listening. No, she didn't. First, Mom was an Avon lady, a job that had a side benefit for me. Penniless, I still wanted to give her a Mother's Day gift. What mom wouldn't want the sample bottles of Avon products I found in her closet? I boxed and wrapped them and presented my thoughtful gift with a big smile. Mom also worked at Archway Cookies. Whereas our cookie lady, she supplied us kids Archway cookies were the desserts in our lunch boxes, the refreshments at parties, and the treats we put in the neighbor kids' Halloween bags. Her third job, Amway distributor, wasn't as much fun. I didn't mind the chewable vitamin C tablets she supplied us with, but the cod liver oil was awful. From a young age, I was aware of Mom's work ethic. It had a big influence on me. That is from Terry Ward, Dallas, North Carolina. Yes, she is passed out. She loves this. Um, let's see. This is about women in the workplace, obviously, this little section. Well, actually, it's Lexi that has her most of the time, but she's been coming in here all night with me. Okay, nights without mom. Accident forces family to make a major shift. Our house in Niles, Ohio, was immaculate in the 1940s. Our mom, Mary, who was from Italy, oh, Carolyn needs to hear this one, was the embodiment of the stay-at-home wife and mother. She stretched every dollar by purchasing fabric and sewing our clothes and buying eggs and poultry at bargain prices while still serving wonderful meals. Through her careful management, she and our dad, Carmen, who was also born in Italy, were able to meet required costs for our simple lifestyle. I hear Mittens. Mittens just keeps giving her dirty looks. But in 1948, Dad was involved in a car accident. He was uninsured and was found liable for causing damage to 3 other cars. Soon, my parents had unsurmountable expenses. I'd heard of people ending up in the poorhouse, and I thought our family was headed there. Packard Electric in Warren, Ohio, was a successful company that manufactured automotive parts. The mother of the family, who lived next door, worked there, and Mom confided our troubles to her. She arranged an interview for Mom, and to our surprise and delight, our stay-at-home mom was hired to work on one of the auto parts lines. By the fall of 1948, our family had a new routine to accommodate: Mom's second shift schedule. She got us ready for school and made supper so Dad could heat it up when he got home from his job at Stevens Metal Products in Niles. Brother Carmen was 7 and I was 9. Sis Teresa, 12, was our supervisor and assisted us when we needed help. On winter evenings, Sis popped corn for us and made Hershey hot cocoa, as Mom had done. In the summer evenings, Dad would make a fire outside and let us roast wieners and marshmallows. We'd play until dusk when his shrill whistle called us home. We couldn't avoid some mishaps without Mom there to help us. I once burned a hole in my new nylon dress as I was ironing it, and another time I accidentally put a slit in a tablecloth while I was working on a science project. We also got away with things that Mom might have prevented. I found and opened the Christmas presents that Mom had hidden under my parents' bed, although I tried to rewrap them. Once I ate an entire bunch of bananas, and another time practiced my cooking skills by frying sunny side up eggs. So much for Sis's supervision. By 1951, we were used to managing without Mom. We still missed her presence at school events and wished for her during emergencies, but our improvising had paid off. Mom handed over her paychecks, keeping only $20 for herself, until my parents were debt-free. After that, she kept all but $20 for herself. She modernized to fit in with her co-workers, painting her nails and perming her hair. Those nights without Mom required cooperation from every family member, but Mom gets the credit for the highest transformation. Our secluded, demure mother showed great courage and an ability to adapt when she entered the workforce at middle age and emerged as the savior of our family. And here's one called Fresh Face Ma Bell. While my husband Dick was in the Air Force during the Korean War, I found work as a repair and installation clerk at Southwestern Bell Telephone Company in San Antonio, Texas, where he'd been sent for basic training. Dick and I were newly married, and he worked in the administration building known as the Taj Mahal at Randolph Field. From my observation, the main office where he worked was supposed to be staffed with tall, handsome men, and Dick fit the bill. We eventually returned home to Rockford, Illinois, where we had 3 daughters. We've been married for more than 70 years. Who could ask for more? From Joyce Whittington, Pecatonica, Illinois. Here's the mom that went to work in the factory, the Italian family. And then this is Joyce, who went and worked at the telephone company. And they've been married for 70 years so far.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Here's In the Spotlight. Big city job kept young graduate on her toes. From Ocala, Florida. When I graduated from high school in Mount Hope, West Virginia in 1966, many of the students had their futures already planned. Got to take a drink for a second. Some of my classmates' parents could afford to send them to college, and some boys were drafted and went to Vietnam. For girls, we had few options besides teaching and nursing, and many opted to get married and start families. But none of those things were me. After a long job search, I found work at a dry cleaner's. I made 75 cents an hour and knew that men made more. 1 year later, after saving every penny I could gather, I was on a Greyhound bus headed to Chicago, Illinois. Being from the country, I found the huge city overwhelming at first. I moved into an apartment and got a job at Maybelline, which was headquartered in Chicago. I worked there for a year. Then I was ready to move on. I found a good job at another well-known Chicago firm, Bell and Howell. The company was known for its audiovisual technology, home movie cameras, projectors, tape recorders, and instant cameras. I was excited to be hired as an inspector in the home movie department, which paid very well. I started work on a warm April day, a no jacket day. New to the terms of my workplace, I skipped lunch and went outside. No one was around, and I leaned against a car to enjoy the spring sunshine. Suddenly, I saw my new supervisor and his boss coming toward me. I thought it was nice working here for half a day. They were carrying a large movie camera and a microphone, and my supervisor instructed me to talk into the microphone while they recorded me. It seems as if all I said was blah, 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 but I did manage to talk about how nice the weather was that day. When they finished recording me, they explained they had a new prototype of a sound home movie camera. It was a video camera. Their recording of me was for a demonstration of the new product. After they thanked me and left, I felt only relief that I hadn't been fired on my first day after all. A month or so later, I learned that my recording turned out well. The new cameras were popular, and I got a generous bonus in my paycheck as a thank you. I loved living in Chicago. It was a great place to work, and I always found something new to explore. Eventually, I married and had 2 children, a daughter and son. But the adventure of working and living on my own in the city, when such a life was not quite as acceptable, for a single woman as it is now has always given me a satisfying sense of pride and independence. That's the picture of her. Wait, where is she? Eh, the blonde right there.
Mm-hmm. Your cat was about to take a nosedive.
That's why I'm holding on to her. Isn't this cute how she does this?
Mm-hmm. I got a picture. I'm going to send it to you in Slack.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She is such a sweet little thing. Davita, are you here? This one's about JFK. Moo, are you here? I want somebody, close to my age that can relate to this.
I haven't seen either one of them lately. Haven't seen Moo at
No?
all. And I haven't seen Davita either.
Davita was here right in the beginning. She said she was doing something. So I'm going to wait for that. You're close to my age, Kathy? And where in the heck Carolyn still isn't here?
I wonder if she's coming on tonight.
Oh, I think she will. She's gonna jug stripper days, Kevin.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we're gonna read about the crock pot anyway, and I won't give you questions, okay? It'll just
Okay.
be okay. Rival introduced the crock pot in 1971, and good timing was on its side. Within 4 years, the company made $93 million on sales of the device. Can you imagine that? For
No.
crock pots? 4 years and they made that much. That's a
Wow.
lot more money than that would be today, 93
Yeah.
million. The crock pot, in fact, I remember my granny had one. And she passed in 1976, but she had a crock pot, and I remember she tried it, and I forget what she said she made in it, the first thing. And she said she wasn't real impressed with it because whatever she had made turned it, a little more soupy, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure after that, she probably was used to it and, you know, probably made quite a few other things in it. But the first thing she made, she was kind of disappointed. The crock pot was based on a 1956 appliance, Naxon's Beanery, that primarily had one job, cooking legumes. Rival acquired the Beanery's patent in 1970 and updated the device with earth-inspired colors and a homey-sounding name. The crock pot was sold with a book of recipes for soup to cake that indicated the gadget's versatility. The crock pot went on the market as large numbers of women were joining the workforce. Filling a pot with ingredients was relatively low effort, and having a piping hot meal served after being away from the kitchen all day gave 70s women some level of work-life balance. At the same time, an ongoing energy crisis was causing Americans to rethink their energy consumption. Leaving a crock pot on for hours used less energy than an electric oven. 50 years on, the name crockpot is synonymous with slow cookers, and they're still a hot item in the kitchen. And then it just gives some facts, about it. It said the original crock pots came in classic 70s hues, harvest, avocado, and flame with a brown crock inside colorful casing. Now the most popular finish is silver. Killer crock pots, a faulty death of a character on NBC's This Is Us in 2018 shocked fans, but slow cookers are actually one of the safest small appliances, drawing about as much current as an incandescent light bulb. The price of the crock pot has stayed steady since the first one was introduced at the National Houseware Show in Chicago. The basic models in a 4 to 5 quart size have always cost about $25. Oh, it's almost 3, Carolyn's time. Is that your grandson?
Yes, that's Jackson.
Hi, Jackson.
Hi.
Hello.
Got my brought? Got my phone?
QB says, hi, Gordon. Was it called a crock pot because his name was Crock?
I don't think their name was Croc.
No. It says Sabbath stews that Jewish cooks left to slowly simmer overnight inspired an invention that came to be the one and only crock pot. On Friday evenings, families brought their crocks of stew to the town bakery. The oven's retained heat was enough to cook the dish, coolant, I guess you pronounce it, overnight. Let's see. Anybody? I remember the name Hugh O'Brien, but you guys may not know who that is, so I'll pass. Pictures here of different fashions. Baby. Let's see. Nothing yet from her. How about this? Theme park thrills. Okay, Gail. I guess we'll just wait for Carolyn. Hang up, and hopefully she'll be on very soon. Hi, Linda Uribe.
Oh, did you see what Linda Uribe said about the crock pot? She said she still has
No.
that green one.
She does?
Yeah.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do good old days too sometime next time, Wendy. Lexi, take all Grandma's books. You're welcome, Deborah. Alma, Arie. You love
Have you
that,
talked,
Cherokee?
have you talked to
No, I
Carolyn this
haven't.
weekend?
No, not at all.
Hmm.
No, I haven't talked to her at all. I figure she's busy with her daughter and stuff,
With
you know.
her-
Hopefully they're having a good time. I'm sure they are,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to bother her. Yes, I do. I remember when Flash met a camera bulb flash. No, actually, I did send her. I'm lying. Let me see what I sent after Sandy's live.
Danielle said, or she hates you. Oh, Danielle.
Yes, I'll tell you what I sent. I'll read it. And I didn't hear anything back. Oh, she did send me something earlier today, which was just her Jimmy falling down the stairs that she put up, you know, that premiere.
Mm-hmm.
And I just gave her, you know, thumbs up. And I said, yes. And then I go, I got in trouble by Sandy. And then I have a face where I'm all sweaty, red, tongue hanging out, you know. And I put scared me. And I didn't hear anything from her.
Did you really get in trouble? Because I missed that.
Well, she was joking, but, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just the way she said it kind of freaked me out, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I heard what you said, Scooter, that I said Carolyn didn't make that the right way. She goes, and I would never say that about my friends. Don't ever say that, Scooter, because I would never say that. I'm like, I was just joking.
How embarrassing.
I've done that before with her, and she never knows it. Carolyn said, you need to start putting, you know, like smiling faces and stuff like that, you know, so she knows.
Yeah.
But that was during her
Joking.
live last night. So how could I do that, you know? That was during her
Mm-hmm.
live. So either Carolyn told her or she listened. I said, me and Carolyn just love to tease. So maybe she was teasing with me, hopefully.
Yeah. I fixed my doggy incontinence problem. You know that we've
What?
had that one dog, the one dog that's on Lasix, and he pees all the time, and he
Yes.
can't use the doggy door. So I got one of these wraps that you put around their private area. It goes around their
Yeah.
waist, and so he can pee
Mm-hmm.
all he wants to, and we catch it in that. It's like a diaper, but it just goes around the waist. So it
Oh, so
works.
that's for like when they're in heat, when they're like when they before they're fixed, right? How they want to do
Mm-hmm.
that leg lifting and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
remember those from my
Yeah.
mail. Yeah. Hi, Don Marie. Is Dave gonna take a tumble too? No. Heck no. He goes tomorrow for his MRI. And we thought he went Monday then for the results. No, it's the next Monday. Can you believe that? Because the doctor she's going on vacation.
So he has to wait
So
over a week.
yeah, 10 days, whatever. Yeah. You know, and this happened how long ago now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, most days he's okay, but other days he's just like laying there on the couch, reclined back and sleeping. And Some days he'll just feel real sick. Other days he
Well,
feels fine. I'll
he
hear him in
can
his sleep.
he can go up there and get, like, after about a few business days, he can go up there and get a copy of his report at the MRI place. They'll give him the CD, and they'll usually
Yeah.
give you a copy of the report.
Yeah, see, they didn't even tell us that he could do that.
He can. I've done it before because it's his record, so he should be able to go up there and get that.
Well, that's an idea.
Mm-hmm. And if you need
Yeah.
any help interpreting it, just text me. I'll help.
Okay. Okay. All
Hey,
righty.
Donna Marie.
Okay, Jan. What's that? What was that? Remember how he had that fall, Linda? Uribe? The doctor did say that it's more than likely a torn rotator cuff because nothing was broke. But he will at times, I'll hear him in his sleep where I can tell he's in pain. And then other nights he's okay. So I guess we'll go then, guys, and keep on watching, see if Carolyn comes on. I know she will, right? I mean, she always does, but
She's
maybe she
usually
won't.
on. She's usually on by now.
True, true. Okay. Well, maybe we'll see you guys over there very
Okay.
soon. Okay. Thanks,
Sounds
guys, for
good.
coming. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. To the end.